heterosexual and you're a man and you said you wouldn't date a trans woman because it's a preference, that's just transphobia, period.
You see, this is the problem with today's society. Everybody's quick to label somebody as a colorist, a racist, transphobic, homophobic, whatever you want to call it, simply because their lifestyle choices don't fit your narrative. Heterosexual men can very much choose not to date trans women and not be transphobic. Those are two different things, okay? Just like I'm a bisexual woman, I choose to date men who are strictly heterosexual. I would not be with a man who is bisexual. That is my choice. I will be with a bisexual woman. I will be with a homosexual woman, but I will not be with a bisexual man. That is my preference. Okay? That doesn't mean I have any ill will towards bisexual men. That doesn't mean that I think negatively of bisexual men, but it is my personal preference to be involved with who I want to be involved with. Point blank, period. Stop trying to make people feel bad for wanting what they want, liking what they like, and being assertive about that. Stop it.
So I know this was a video that came around back in 2020, 2021 area. And I've already done a few videos on this on my TikTok, but it kind of resurfaced up again after Libs of TikTok posted it on their Twitter page. And I was like, this looks familiar, but I might as well go ahead and make some content out for this. So there was this creator, and she's still on TikTok. I've been scrolling through some of her content to see where I was going with this. That basically said this.
Oh no, the transphobia in my comment section needs to stop. Yesterday I posted a TikTok responding to this question. What are the red flags you look for in men? And one of them was if he wouldn't date a trans woman. Red flag. And my comment section? You get the idea. I can't put them all because there's too many. Let me break this down. Trans women are women. So if you're heterosexual and you're a man and you said you wouldn't date a trans woman because it's a preference, that's just transphobia, period. The majority of the time, our preferences are rooted in something problematic. It could be trauma, racism, transphobia, the list goes on. If you want to find out what your problematic preferences are, click the link in my bio and watch this video. I am now going to take you all through an example. This person asked why it's transphobic to not want to date a trans woman. Already starting off on the wrong foot by referring to cis women as regular women, then said something about trans women not being able to carry children. If that's your sole reason for dating someone, keep that same energy for all the women who are infertile.
And so I took issue with this because I'm a straight black man. I'm not using the word cis because of where it came from. You don't know, research it. And so she tried to basically project whatever she's been dealing with in her life onto the fact that if I, as a straight black man, don't want to date someone that is not biologically a female, I am somehow transphobic. And that's absolutely ridiculous. Let's be real. Now, when I was in high school, there was this white girl that I was interested in, and she let me down saying that she only dates white men, white boys at this point, because we were all in high school. And you know, I looked at it, I was like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep it on trucking. I never let that dwell in my head that, oh, this is racism, blah, 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 or I didn't let that be a traumatic experience in my life. And there have been trans women and trans men that have came and said, no, this is not what you think it is, and if they don't want to date someone because of that, that is their preference, and it's okay. So my whole thing is that T Blizzy has an issue of minding her business, and she clearly cannot stay out of other people's business. And it just brought up the whole thing where I was just scrolling through her TikTok and I saw how she clearly has an obsession with white people as well and their hair.
White people who have locks will forever irk my soul. Before you get mad and disagree, hear me out. There are black people to this day who cannot get locks, even though they want locks, because of white people. Because of white people. There are black people out here who cannot get locks because of the generational trauma caused by white people, where mom, dad, grandma, grandpa says you cannot get locks because it's seen as unkempt and they're scared that their child's not going to be able to get a job. The negative stigma that white people created surrounding locks has not gone away. And there are still black people very much affected by it. White people don't have that trauma. They can get locks just because, whenever they want. They have the choice, they have the option. And that's why a lot of them just do it just because it looks cute. It's for an aesthetic. I'm not saying everybody does it for that reason, but a lot of them do. So as long as there are Black people living and breathing on this earth, still suffering from the effects of y'all's white ancestors, not able to get locks, I will never be okay with white people having locks. And here's the thing, this video is not going to change anything. They're still going to do it if they want to do it. That's the privilege, that's the power of being white. And I am throwing extra shade and shame to the white people who do it just for aesthetics, just because they think it looks cute, and the ones who did zero research before doing that to their hair.
So all of this comes to the conclusion that this is a person that finds issue with whatever someone else is doing, and it has absolutely nothing to do with her. Nobody's hurting anybody. Now, okay, there are instances where people are being hurt, and that needs to be addressed. That is wrong. But don't generalize it and make it an issue that every single person has to deal with, even though a vast majority of us are innocent of it. So I say all that to say, just mind your business. I don't think it should be that difficult at a time like this to just stay in your own lane. And if it's not hurting anybody, don't bother with it. But let me tell me what y'all think. Comment, like, subscribe, and all the other good jazz. Check out my podcast right there. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace, love, pop stars. Always remember drinking water.
Motherfucker, I've been mortified, 45, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a base with a bat when them niggas slide. Homicide, genocide, televised, emphasize, perpetuating war. Tell that nigga he gon' pick a side. Hood ties from hood lines, now niggas doing dope lines. I'm running to the cops, that's a big